Okay, this is a little more like it. A very large elite battleship. Ethereal garrison going for that alien base in South Africa. I think they are finally getting that set up proper. Looks to be the case. So I think I let them do that. Let them put up their base. Maybe we get like a mothership or something to do. The thing is, though, is I asked around a little bit. Well, I asked Reaver. I was curious just to make sure that something wasn't, like, bugged on lower difficulty. Because, like, I suspected that, like, just Ethereal navigators weren't really much of a thing on these ships because of the difficulty. But it's actually because Ethereal navigators just aren't really much of a thing at all whatsoever yet. Because when the game says elite invasion forces, it doesn't mean elite invasion forces. It means something that hasn't happened yet. Getting an Ethereal navigator is one way that you can progress things. An alternative, though, is researching, not a sector navigator, researching the flagship. When we get the flagship done, that's also one of the flags that'll actually progress things a little bit. So I've actually I've got a little bit of a dead zone currently, where we're a little bit ahead with stuff, where the game hasn't naturally kicked off elite invasion forces yet. It's not slated to yet, but if you happen to get far enough for the flagship research, that'll go ahead and kick things off when you finish that. So, whenever we get this thing done, it's still going poor, so I don't know, I feel like we started this thing months ago, but it was actually probably just earlier in January. We'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be done February, though, which means March then. We'd be looking at that being kicked off then, because usually it takes, like, the next month is when things get updated, as far as, like, the elite terror ship for the Ethereal garrison. Okay, can you maybe not? I don't like the sound of that. The elite supply ship there, I might also take down. What do we got here for ships? Forget if the Inferno was... Okay, the Tempest is not the right one. Inferno is what I want. I'll never get them straight. Firestorm. Firestorm was not quite cool for some things. Inferno is what I want here for this guy, though. The Tempest is okay. Yeah, you've just got the Rage. Yeah, that's okay, but not really what we're after. There is a heavy destroyer down there. Do watch out for that. And there's a supply ship. I don't know. Maybe we poke it a bit. But I think I just let them do their whatever. And then that way, if we need to get like another commander for whatever reason, or we need like an Ethereal or something nice from a base, then fine, cool, so be it. Then we've got a base that we can do. That's fine. Central Asia, though, however, now that's not okay. Muton just doing a little patrol. Large scout. Like, technically, also, these ships, I can ignore these as well. I'm just used to, like... shooting stuff down, because if you don't shoot stuff down, it progresses their missions, which almost always turns into them taking territories, but that may not be the case in this mod. I think some of these that I've been shooting down, I could ignore, which has been causing a little extra retaliation things. I still think there's a lot of retaliations, but I may not have to be shooting down so much. But like in the pursuit of an Ethereal navigator, before I knew that I literally can't find them yet, we did get a lot of materials. Whenever this flagship is done, I think we're going to be very well positioned to build it, whatever it costs. Very large elite battleship. Yeah, that's... Ooh. Yeah, they are getting a base set up down there for sure. 100%, it's happening. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's a lot of UFOs. It's been a long month, January, for both us and also the aliens. There's Alien Base 3. Fantastic. We might lose that as a funding nation at some point, but Ethereal, yeah, that's just is that going to be Outpost 6? Could be. Might be. Yeah. Sectoid Navigator's done. Aha! Alien Harvest! Have many uses for Earth's fauna. Animals are abducted secretly and returned with various organs removed. Cattle mutilations are predominantly reported along with UFO sightings. This type of activity causes great concern for governments and considerable anxiety amongst the population. This type of activity occurs mainly in farming land. The theory behind the alien harvest suggests the alien races originally seeded the planet with its flora and fauna, and now they have returned to reap the harvest they have sown. Interesting theory. And now, ignore this. Because there's been changes in the way that the flagship research is done. The way that I'm doing it is the old way. This is the new way, where there's 3 stretches of the flagship, and this is done because the research takes so long and the game's not really that great at giving you like a progress type thing. For some people, this could be taking like more than a couple months to be doing, depending how many scientists you've got. I've got a lot of scientists, I feel like. So like for some people, the flagship research, just one solitary thing would be like 6 months, but with it split off into 3 separate researches, it's still a little bit possible that it takes longer because you might get like really unlucky research time rolls on stuff, but it at least gives you some feeling of, hey, we're doing something. It feels like it's actually happening. we can safely ignore that though, because the flagship research that I'm doing, it still gets us there in the end. So that's alright. Which leaves us with, I guess, just work on a floater medic, and we have a taskmaster still, but the taskmaster seems to not do anything, so we'll sell that. And then we can transfer back to EU. I think Ethereal leaders or something? I have 4 Ethereal leaders. 240 bucks, easy peasy. No problem. There's the Ethereal garrison elite supply ship supplying Southern Africa. Coming back from the mission though. Slowly coming back. Very slowly. He'll return to California somewhere. Do with that information what you will. Yeah, cargo ship. It's a landed cargo. Oh, right, yeah, there's an outpost right there. We'll let it be. I think score-wise this month, we're super well poised to just hang out for a while. Some things, though, we're gonna have to handle. For sure. Some of these I'm not okay with watching exist. Yeah, that's a tractor beam, okay. And you're going really slowly. Did you forget where your place was? What's the story there with that? Let you get over water. You're not gonna get over water, are you? You jerk. Go for that one instead. Because that's alien infiltration. This one's mission is actually terror. That's actually the terror ship. That's just, I don't know, the bruisers to rough them up, I guess. This one we can maybe get over water. Maybe. Man, I gotta get like a little more speed on you guys. Here's the abductor, which we can send a medium down for. That's alright. Can't catch anything. Okay, we got you finally. Why? Why are you bringing him so close? Why not back here? There. Bounced off the hole. How do you bounce a tractor beam off the hole? Goodness. Alright, now 280. You sunk my terror ship! Yes, I did. And the medium destroyer is a little bit scary, but I think we can handle that. That is... Oh, that's that business up there. Ah! Eh? A monitor turned off for a bit. Okay. You can go cautious attack. You can just power on everything. Handle, no problem. I don't know why your distance is like that. The medium destroyer against you is, I think, questionable. I think we tried that before. Go standard attack and then just blast him with a couple big ones and destroy it and be done with it, and then you can head up this way. You can return to base and we'll just loop around and avoid this guy, because you're too injured to really do too much against him, and I'm not sure if the Firestorm is really an adequate weapon for it. And Tempest could maybe handle it if it had more than 3 shots, but I don't trust the Rage to do it in 3. So there's that. Muton Garrison supply ship doing something there. I think I let you do what you do. Yeah, you've got all the engines. I could replace the plasma autocannon with an engine, maybe. Just to give you a little bit of a speed boost. And Firestorm, I don't use you enough. I like the Starlings as additional damage, but I could give you plasma autocannon. Perhaps. And then you can have the pulse cannon. A little bit of an odd one. It's alright though. I mean, it works. Any sort of a little nasty attacky ship will absolutely get melted by you. No problem. Alien Outpost Central Asia. Yeah, just a little scout dude looking for stuff. I'll take you out. I'll take you out with a Tempest. Blammo. Into the water. Alright. And there's a Southern Africa supply ship again. And that Muton supply ship is... What are you doing? Why are you so slow over there? Are you okay? 640 speed. Are you driving? Like on the ground? It's weird. Okay. Tractor beamed. Ah, yeah, head back. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's just you again. We're gonna be getting, like, double messages sometimes because they keep... It's like just outside the radius. Ah. It's fine. Float Hermetic is done teaching us about the Celatid. Mysterious natural ability to float through the air, appears to detect human brainwaves and will move towards the human target even if while hidden. Once the target is detected, the skeleton fires a small globules of extremely corrosive venom. Creature has the ability to clone itself at an alarming rate, accompanies a mutant race in its wanderings. Does it actually clone itself, though? I'm not sure on that. So, with her real leaders, then. Teach us about, I think, just random missions they'll do. Good to know, I suppose. Yeah, monthly rating 9,020. Everybody is happy. Yeah, not surprised. There's the Ethereal garrison in South Africa, Muton garrison, Central Asia. We will down over the... Water? Do you have a... Oh. Wait, did I know about that? Interesting. I wasn't sure how that would work. Okay. Return to base. So there's a mutant outpost there as well. A few outposts that we could do something about if we ever feel a pressing need to, but currently I feel like just progressing things. I feel very ready to move on. Like, I thought we were basically, like, getting done with stuff, honestly. Alien Harvest. That's a firestorm, actually, that. There is another terror ship looking to do some terror. We will inferno you. Ideally into water, but don't necessarily have to. Here we are. Crash landed. And light fusion balls, which... yeah. There we go. Flagship done. 10th of February, so I think in March then, this will update and we'll be like kicking off something proper. We've got Amaranth, patrol-oriented flagship, comes equipped with our best radar systems, adequate pylons, large crew capacity, and matches the incredible fuel efficiency of alien craft. 2 large, 1 medium, 1 small. With a crew space of 30, and you can fit 2 heavy weapon platforms on it. Heracles, transport-oriented flagship. Flying Fortress can carry many soldiers and tanks to battle. It also has decent fuel efficiency, and it is very formidable in direct combat with its sheer defensive potential. If 450 shields, it comes with 20 mitigation. 5% avoidance, 3 large pylons and 1 small, 32 crew capacity, 8 heavy weapon platform capacity. That's a lot of tanks. Star Blazer, attack-oriented flagship, Menace of the Skies, is extremely fast and very deadly, sporting a robust array of pylons as well as a significant fuel economy and crew capacity. This beast can defend our skies with ease. 4 pylons, 8 mitigation, or 8 avoidance, 16 mitigation, 400 shields, 26 crews. All of these have like really good crew space, and I kind of disagree with that. It seems excessive. Like, the differences aren't enough, I feel. Like, if you're playing with so many tanks, then I guess, yeah, landing craft makes sense. But, like, this is implementing ships that you can have a lot of tanks because it's got heavy weapon platform capacity for that many tanks, disregarding the fact that they take so much crew space to have. Typically, it's like, oh, this is, you know, your landing craft, and it can have like 24 people, and it's like, oh, 24 people, that's enough room, I can have a decent squad, and also the tanks. But in this is just like, well, no, this is just like, you know, you can still have your 20-some people in there, regardless of the ship. It's just sometimes you can also throw in a bunch of tanks if you want. It's like, I don't really need that. Unless these missions start getting really, really, really complex. There's only been a few missions where I was like, man, I'm kind of glad to have so many people now, but I can't really imagine having like over 30 dudes walking around. I guess you'd be looking for a complement of like 6 tanks along with their 20 guys or so. Which is wild to me. This here is the generalized flagship. The Divinity is the apex of spacecraft design capable of performing all the roles within our armada and doing them very well. 2 large, 2 mediums, bit of avoidance, bit of mitigation, decent shields. 32 people, 8 capacity. Or 30 people, 2 capacity. So it's like, yeah, you've got the heavy weapon platform capacity, but that's like all the crew space if you bring all 8 with. So like, cool, I guess. Whereas something like this is just like 30 and 2, which 2 is generally pretty okay. Like 3 is, I think, probably the most folks would have. This can support 6. It seems like a weird thing to me. The general ships in this are like all hybrid to me. So it's more of a question of what pylons would I want, and do any of them have extreme defensive stats that I could like compound the like champion or something with, you know? But like from a landing crew perspective, jeez, I have no idea. Fuel capacity is a little bit whatever to me with these things because they're all alien fuel types, so it's all whatever. Your Wicked Quip still holds the 26 people. The speed is disgusting. Just absolutely disgusting. 4 large pylons, I can fit just whatever I want on them because large pylons also support mediums and smalls. So, I guess Starblazer. Well, I guess the real question is actually, what do they look like on the battlescape? Now, Guardian and Assault tanks. It's a very old research. I don't expect that. Don't expect it to take long. What is all of this? Grow data capsules? Induction grids? Transistor arrays? Oh, what is this vomit? Okay. I'm a little scared. NA defense, you might have your work cut out for you here. Alien laser inefficient. We could make alien lasers. And then, yeah, grow data cores. To make diode networks, data capsule, medium scout. Transistor array, very large. Don't know what this means. So we can use the data cores to turn them into... Why does it say grow data core? It's weird. We're getting high energy transistor arrays out of medium destroyer data cores. Large scouts give us small diode networks. Cargo ships give us medium diode networks. Abductors give us medium diode networks. Caches give transformer series or small induction grids. Or large induction. I don't know what any of this is. There's got to be a better way to sort this. What is all of it? Do I need this for the flagship? What was I going for? Starblazer? I think. Alloys, power generators, shield emitters, alien computer modules, got all that. We need 4 capacitor arrays, 12 large diode networks, 14 small diode networks, 6 small transistor arrays, 10 medium diode networks, 36 high energy diode networks, 2 very large diode networks, and 3 transformer series, and 4 small induction. Why have we done it this way? This doesn't fit any manufacturing stuff we've ever had to do before. This is so out of left field. Okay. How do I even begin looking for this stuff? Okay, at least you got sortings there, so I need to like pin this on the side. 20 capacitor arrays. Other capacitor arrays. I need transistor arrays. Small. High energy stuff, okay. Oh, I hate, like, I actually hate this. This game doesn't do this well. It seems like the first step is to grow the data cores and get the juicy bits out of that, and then from that, we then convert around. So let's bring over all of our data, everything. Yeah, complex manufacturers like that, they just don't work in this game because, like, you can't pin recipes on the side or anything like that. Yeah, gotta be a better way to do that. Elite supply ship, Ethereal, yeah, that's fine for now. I'll allow it. Okay. So, stop that production. Data to components. Or just all of this. At least they don't take too long to do, generally. I'm glad I've got a shipyard. Right. Okay. So do that. I'll just kind of go down the line with anybody who does whatever else. So we've got now the capacitor arrays, but now we have to make medium diode networks and high energy diode networks and very large diode networks, which we get through conversion. Very large, can't do any of those. We can make a high energy diode network from high energy transistor arrays. Do I need high energy transistor arrays though? Do you see the problem with this? There's nothing in this game that helps you figure this stuff out, and you've introduced completely new things here. And not even just like a bit of them. It's not like we've even just been doing a little bit over time as it's gone on and progressed. And now it's like, okay, the flagship, the ultimate thing. It's not like we're making iron plates and rolling them into rotors and combining those into stators to make motors and combining those into some chassis that we made with steel plates. And we haven't been doing any of that along the way. You're just suddenly just like, here you go. We're just dropping you right into the middle of it. It's tier 4 satisfactory. Let's go. Let's make aluminium. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing with this though. So like, I don't even have any of this on hand to really do anything with. 10 medium diode networks. Let's start with that. That sounds easy. Medium diode networks. From transistor array medium. I got 7 of them. To get 10 medium diode networks though, I would need way more. And also transistor array mediums, I needed how many for their ship? None. Thankfully, just smalls, but I would need 10 medium diode networks though. Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and make craft weapons. We're gonna go ahead and make some strike launchers to sell. And I'm not gonna make a flagship, and if I'm required to use a flagship to do the final mission of the game, then guess what mod pack's not being done? It's this one. I'm not making a flagship. You've f***ed it completely. 100%. I don't know if I've despised much more in OpenXCOM more than that. That is an absolute travesty what you've invented there, and I hope to God you changed it. That's the basic Guardian tanks. And their stuff. We're gonna make the fancier tanks, though, that I can already research, interestingly. I would have thought that I would have needed the Guardian Assault tanks to be like the different varieties of tank, more like specialist stuff. Research first, and then I could do the hover stuff, but... sorry. Maybe now I'm just getting like the full complement of floaty sort of things, I guess. Snake Man Harvest Team. I'm gonna shoot you down just because I don't like those words. Right, not with you. Firestorm will shoot you down. Either ask you to land gently or turn you into just particulate matter that the planet inhales for the next century. Yes, there we are. This is a little more like it. Good, good. Ethereal leader teaching us about large scout recovery. Mostly soldiers, at least one engineer. Good target for recovering alien grenades or heavy troop weaponry. 2 power sources and a high power plasma system. Right. Ethereal leader. There's the hover tank research. So these are maybe more what I'd be wanting, and probably plasma ones. So assault, battle, or guardian. Penetrator plasma. Ew, gross. Okay, so Guardian Hover Tank is the only actual option here, because I like actually doing damage. Maneuverability of air travel with the power of plasma beams is a lethal combination. Heavy weapons platform combines a plasma turret weapon with a very thick alien alloy shell for maximum protection. Fusion ball launcher capable of major destruction. Use it with care. I have to manufacture the fusion balls to keep these things fully armed. In order to fire it, select a number of waypoints. Yeah, they got the waypoint system as well. 140, 210, or 315 for the assault. That's a lot of weapon power. 4 rounds though. It seems like Guardian is generally what you'd be wanting. Because the time units for the assault's like... It's a bit more, yeah, but it's not so much more. But the armor is so much less. Like, this armor here, this is worse than our power armor. Like, plasma pistols will still do a good number on this thing, and they get a lot of shots with plasma pistols, so this is the type of stuff that you would not want to have leading the front line, whereas something like the Guardian hover tanks... Maybe? Like, can they get, like... I don't think it can actually get, like, proper info, like, what their mitigations would be like. Weapons and equipment? Oh, yeah. Guardian tank laser. Yeah, no, not really. Okay, so I assume they take normal damage from all sources then. So... Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want any. I guess powered melee weapons. Let's go!